Welcome to Relationship Exposed. In today's video, we unfold a story not for the faint of heart, but for those who understand the silent ache of emotional invisibility, the dangerous clarity of forbidden desire, and the ripple effect of a single irreversible choice. My name is Alina Carter. I'm 42 years old. I've been married for 18 years and am the mother of a son who recently started his sophomore year of college. I sell homes in a small, sleepy town that feels more like a scrapbook than a community, a place where the mailman knows your dog's name, where high school stories never die, and where change is a whisper rather than a shout, and in a place that quiet people eventually stop seeing you. They remember who you were, not who you've become. It's the kind of town where your identity fossilizes under titles like wife, mother, neighbor, or Sunday potluck organizer. That's what happened to me. I didn't become invisible overnight. It was a slow erosion of attention, affection, and interest, like a favorite blouse unraveling one thread at a time until it no longer holds its shape. For years I told myself I had everything I was supposed to want: a stable marriage, a decent income, a roof over my head, and a child I would die for. But beneath that seemingly perfect life lived a truth I kept buried. I was starving for connection, not just affection or attention, but to be seen, heard, and desired. My husband Brian wasn't cruel. He didn't cheat or raise his voice. He paid the bills, folded laundry occasionally, and kissed my cheek goodbye every morning, like a man clocking into a job he no longer cared for. He had become distant, mechanical. We hadn't made love in nearly a year. His touch had become perfunctory. His compliments dried up. He no longer looked at me like a woman, just a fixture in the home we shared. I had become background noise. And then Adam returned. He was 23. Once a high school friend of my son, he had spent countless nights sleeping on our couch, playing video games until dawn, leaving his shoes at the door and cereal bowls in the sink. Back then, he was a lanky, loud, messy teenager. I never gave him a second thought until I saw him again. After finishing college, Adam came back to town to take care of his aging grandfather. He was taller now, broader in the shoulders, and quieter in his demeanor. His eyes, once playful, now held something else, something deeper. He had a calm gravity to him, like someone who had already tasted hardship and wasn't afraid of silence. And when he looked at me, he didn't see a mom. He didn't see Mrs. Carter. He saw a woman who hadn't been truly seen in years. I tried to dismiss it, told myself it was in my head. But every time we crossed paths, his gaze lingered. He asked questions no one else did: how I was sleeping, what books I liked, what I wanted to do, beyond cooking dinner and managing real estate listings. When he said my name, it wasn't polite or distant. It was intimate, intentional. Alina. Simple, but thick with unspoken things. I started catching myself smiling when I saw his truck pull into the driveway, inventing errands to keep us in the same room just a little longer. It was innocent, at first. One afternoon, he came by to help trim the hedges. I handed him a glass of lemonade, and our fingers touched, just briefly. But in that single moment, something lit up inside me, something wild and dangerous and undeniable. That night, as I folded towels in the dim light of our bedroom, my phone buzzed. It was a message from Adam. "Do you ever feel invisible?" he asked. I didn't hesitate. Yes, every single day. That message changed everything. From that point forward, we stopped pretending. Adam found reasons to visit almost daily, cleaning gutters, repainting fences, fixing a leaky pipe that wasn't really leaking. I let him in, literally and emotionally. Each encounter grew heavier with tension. Every brush of our hands, every shared glance, every quiet laugh behind my husband's back, it all built like a rising tide. Then came the night it all broke loose. A storm had just passed. Rain still tapped against the windows when Adam knocked softly at the back door. Brian was away on business. The house was still. I opened the door, and there he stood, soaked, shirt clinging to his chest, hair damp and falling into his eyes. Neither of us said a word. I turned, walking past him, letting my shoulder brush his. And he followed. We ended up in the laundry room, the quietest place in the house. The yellow light overhead cast shadows on the walls. I could hear his breath, shaky and shallow. When he stepped closer, his hands found my waist. His lips hovered near mine, not touching yet, but begging permission. "I don't know if this is right," he whispered. "I know exactly what I'm doing," I replied, though it was a lie. When our lips finally met, it wasn't frantic. It was slow, deliberate, like we both knew this was the point of no return, and we were stepping into it willingly. That night, I didn't just betray my husband. I betrayed the version of myself I had spent years protecting. I let her die in that laundry room, and in her place rose a woman who had forgotten how much she craved to be wanted.